In case you didn't know by now, Oprah Winfrey is the queen of interviews. From her immaculate reactions to the way she's able to get some of her biggest and notoriously private guests like Whitney Houston and Tom Cruise to open up about matters they wouldn't normally share with any other interviewer, there's literally nothing Oprah can't do or ask. Take a look at bombshell of a sit-down with Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. From Meghan revealing she had suicidal thoughts in the middle of her pregnancy to discussing Prince Harry's lack of security detail, there is no topic off limits for the queen of asking questions. In all her years as a journalist, Oprah has chatted with many of the world's biggest stars, and here are just a few of her most iconic interviews of all time. Before Meghan and Harry, Oprah sat down with Sarah Ferguson back in 1996 to talk about the realities of life as a duchess and that things weren't as glamorous as they seemed.
Women suffer all over the world from a lack of self-esteem.
And that's what I've tried to say in that, is that, look, I've been in the most privileged position. I've been on that pedestal. I've been, you can't get
You
more
had
of
a tiara.
I
Let's
know.
say no more. You had a tiara.
During the interview, Sarah also opened up about the cruel and invasive British press.
I must explain that the British press at the moment is completely and utterly cruel and abusive and is so invasive.
Very much like how Meghan touched on that topic during her and Harry's tell-all. In one of Whitney Houston's last ever interviews before her passing in 2012, the legendary singer sat down with Oprah and opened up about everything.
Any normal given day, that's me, you know what I'm saying? I love to get dressed up and I love to do makeup and hair and stuff.
Yeah.
But that was my performance, that was my entertainment, I remember.
And so then when you're expected to be that all the time?
Yeah, it was too much. It was just too much. Too much to try to live up to try to be, you know? And I wanted out at some point.
It had actually been roughly 7 years since Whitney had publicly talked about her life, so for her to feel comfortable enough to openly talk about these things is a testament to Oprah's ability and just overall aura to make her interviews feel safe. For the longest time, Rihanna kept quiet about what went down between her and Chris Brown back in 2009. But years later, Rihanna opened up to Oprah during their chat and candidly revealed that after reflecting on her childhood and being able to forgive her father, she was finally able to forgive Chris.
I had to forgive him because I cared about him still. And the minute I let go of that, like, I started living again.
You made peace with your father.
Made peace with my father.
And then you were able to make peace with Chris.
Yes.
Yeah.
Rihanna then went on to stress that it was important for herself to move on from that incident.
I have to move on. And, you know, as I said, it happened to me, so I can't tell people how to feel about it. They're entitled to feel angry because it wasn't a good thing that, that happened.
But you have forgiven him.
But I have.
So far, we have made it pretty clear that Oprah has been able to secure huge names for her interviews. And with that being said, it only makes sense Miss Oprah managed to interview the entire cast of Friends at the peak of their popularity. In this iconic sit-down, the cast talked about their tight-knit bond, with Lisa Kudrow chiming in to reveal that she's had to defend Courtney Cox from reporters who were looking to start drama within the cast.
Sometimes reporters ask questions about, like, well, what's Courtney like, and they want some dirt or something, and it just gets personal.
But one of the craziest things to come from that interview is when Jennifer Aniston actually revealed that she gets recognized the least out of the whole cast then, and said that she doesn't feel like her life has changed at all.
I still just go to work every day, and the only difference is,
yet.
I mean, there are people on the street, but I don't get it as much as these guys. I don't know why, or
Something tells us that even if present-day Jen time traveled back to 1995 to tell past Jen about their future, past Jen would just laugh it off.
No.
And finally, last but not least, a moment that has cemented itself into pop culture history, Tom Cruise's epic couch jump. In 2005, Oprah got the chance to sit down with Tom during the height of his romance with Katie Holmes. As soon as Oprah thanked Tom for attending her event with Katie, he went wild. Tom did a little bit of this.
Fun was that? Yes, yes!
And a little bit of this.
That's how I feel about it.
And finally, when Oprah asked what has gotten into him, Tom shouted that he was in love and proceeded to jump on the couch.
I'm in love. We've never seen you behave this way before. I know. Have you ever felt this way before?
I'll have a little of what he's having. Anyway, these are just a few of Oprah's most iconic and unforgettable interviews from the past, and her latest sit-down with Meghan and Harry shows that she's still a force to be reckoned with.